My name is Deanna. Sitting in my cozy new apartment in downtown Seattle, looking out at the city lights, I'm filled with a sense of relief I haven't felt in years. It's hard to believe I've finally escaped the nightmare that was my marriage. I used to be a marketing manager at a tech startup. After pouring so much of myself into my career, I realized I'd missed out on personal happiness. So, at 52, I decided to try online dating. Most of my dates were disasters, narcissists, men only interested in my job. Then I met Ryan. He was 55 and worked in architecture. His deep voice and kind smile on our first video call made me feel like I'd found the one. Ryan said his previous marriage ended because his ex-wife was too focused on her social life. He just wanted a simple, loving home. After about a year of dating, we planned a weekend at a mountain resort. I was so excited, secretly hoping for a proposal. When Ryan's car pulled up, I stepped out with a big smile. But my heart sank when an older woman and a 12-year-old girl got out. Ryan introduced them as his mother, Mildred, and his daughter, Lily. He said it'd be fun for the whole family to go. I was shocked. Ryan had never mentioned them before. Mildred sized me up and sneered. "So, you're Deanna? Ryan said you were nice, but you're quite ordinary." Lily just rolled her eyes and looked at her phone. Despite my shock, I didn't want to make a scene. During the drive, I was filled with questions. Why had Ryan hidden them? When we arrived, Ryan assigned rooms. That night, I asked him about it. He just shrugged and said it wasn't a big deal, that Lily lived with her mom and Mildred just wanted to have a weekend out. At dinner, Ryan proposed. With everyone looking at me, I couldn't say no. But inside, I felt cold. 2 months later, we got married. After the wedding, I moved into Ryan's house in the suburbs. It was big, but felt empty. I tried to fit in, cooking breakfast, cleaning the house. But Mildred soon showed her true colors. She'd order me around, saying, "Deanna, clean the garage. It's a mess." When I said I had work, she'd snap. "Work is no excuse. You're part of this family now." Lily treated me like I was invisible. She'd make fun of my cooking and ignore me. Ryan was hardly ever home. He always had work projects or meetings. When I texted him, his replies were cold or non-existent. And when Lily was rude to me, he'd just say, "She's a kid. Don't be so hard on her." One day, Mildred got seriously ill with a rare disease. I took care of her in the hospital while Ryan was still busy with work and Lily rarely visited. When Mildred passed away, I handled all the funeral arrangements alone. Just 2 weeks later, Lily showed up with a 4-year-old boy named Jake. She said he was her son, and they needed a place to stay. Ryan just said he'd only just found out. I asked about the father, and Lily just shrugged. From then on, Lily dumped all the childcare on me. She'd sleep in while I took care of Jake. When Jake started to call me mommy, Lily was furious. She'd scream, "She's not your mom. She's just an old lady." As Jake got older, he became more attached to me, but Lily's cruelty increased. She'd insult me in front of Jake, and Ryan was nowhere to be found. I was exhausted from work and taking care of the house and Jake. My bank account was shrinking because Ryan made me pay all the bills, saying his job was unstable. One day, when I asked Jake to pick up his toys, he threw them at me and shouted, "Useless old lady. I don't need you." That was the last straw. I started secretly recording all the insults from Lily and Jake. I knew I had to get out. Then, one cold winter night, I got a call from the police. Ryan had died in a car accident. When I went to the hospital and saw his face, I felt a mix of emotions. In his bag, I found his phone. There were messages and photos of him with another woman. He was on his way to see her when he died, not on a work trip as he'd lied. I decided it was time to leave. I packed my things and moved to the small apartment I'd rented secretly a few months ago. I withdrew all the money from our joint account and sold a house, which was in my name, because I'd paid the mortgage. When Lily called about the funeral, I told her to handle it herself. She was furious, saying I'd disgraced the family. But I didn't care. I had a video call with Ryan's family and showed them the evidence of his affair and the recordings of the insults. They were shocked. Ryan's brother apologized to me, and Lily was left speechless. After that, Lily and Jake had to move into a small, shabby place. Lily had to take on odd jobs, and Jake became even more rebellious. Meanwhile, I'm rebuilding my life. I've joined a painting class and started volunteering at a local shelter. I'm free from the oppression and disrespect, and I'm finally in control of my own life. I know that true happiness comes from having the courage to break free from what doesn't serve you.